Welcome back to part 3 of Look at the Princess, the Maltese, Crichton. Farscape is, I'm sorry, I meant to say that. What happened in this episode? Well, what happened was, each of the members of the crew are doing their own thing, whether it is, Erin is with a dude deciding to go rock climbing, because she usually, like, say, hey, John, like, please don't, because, they're having a fight. John, he ends up getting unfrozen, or, let out of his statue that was supposed to be in there for 80 years. And all the, whether it's Dargo, Chiana, and Rigel, they're all trying to find him because, like, say, there is a, I'm trying to think, a alien dude who's basically just trying to say, you mustn't, Prince, you are only doing this because I have said so.
I'm simply trying to ensure your ascension. If Crichton is not found by tomorrow, you'll be crowned.
Through no efforts of yours, sadly, which means I no longer need your allegiance.
I shall take you out. And then the alien, the Circassian, I believe, of the race, he goes like, say, oh, yes. He gives, like, say, the prince a great death sequence in the episode. It's just, like, the effect for it is amazing.
You know that as promised, I am about to kill you.
How silly it is. I have to say, I do kind of like in the fact that whenever someone is in their statue mode, basically what they do is they put headphones on, sort of like this, like when you're talking to someone, when you put your Bluetooths in.
John.
Hey, Dargo.
You can hear us. Do you feel any pain?
No, but I'd really love to pick my nose.
And then someone calls you and just like say, hey, what's up? And that, that kind of thing. So, whenever they're talking to us, like say, hey, John, how you doing? And because at one point in this episode, John, the prince, yeah, he has his head removed and frozen into a pit of scalding toxins.
Our laws state that a couple must rule together. That's why the crown must soon pass to me, because you can't rule with one little head.
And all that. One of the things that, that why I will say this when it comes to Erin and the guy she decides to go rock climbing with, it is a textbook, say, hey.
Dragon, what's wrong?
Nothing.
I've secured it. You can come up now. Are your lines stuck?
Make sure you actually know what you're doing before you actually do it.
Oh, hold on to the wall!
Too late! The things that does happen as well is that Scorpius, he decides to kind of align himself with the crew to try to help John. So we have that being going on. So he has, a little back and forth between Dargo and the Circassian, yeah. Who basically, whenever he talks, he has, these giant force-fielding breath. They guess say, Hurr! Say this is that the episode is a great way to end this 3-parter, in the fact that as the Empress is gonna say, hey, I got what I wanted out of you, which is I wanted my daughter to basically to have a mate, because she wants her bloodline to keep going. However, instead of having keeping the bloodline going on the old-fashioned way, just say, we took a bit of your DNA, and I mean that is kind of well, then again we kind of already do that with the banks. But it still makes me wonder how exactly they did that, though. But since, like, Katrala is stuck in her statue form, it makes me want to, like, say, how exactly is, like, would that affect her statue form if she's already pregnant, as the story goes on? And I do love in the fact that although John is having to leave Katrala, even though the fact that she's also pregnant, he also realizes that she will be in that thing for 80 years. He also has, like, the perspective of that he has friends, he has family. He is going to get back to them one day. And so, but he also leaves her in good hands with the man she truly loves.
Rotino can be your new kid.
Their chromosomes are not compatible.
It doesn't matter. She's already pregnant. And it satisfies everything that you need. And it gives my child a good father.
But one of the things I feel like, okay, this episode ends beautifully, whether it with him meeting his daughter.
Hi there.
Hi, are you my dad?
Yeah, that's right.
I love you, Daddy.
Like, but as same as always though, like, this episode does have its goofy moments, like the I think it's like, say, the creator of Moya, he is trying to trick Jean to, like, say, hey, we're going back. But anyway, she tries to do a Ghostbusters and reverse a, like, you know, almost a vacuum to suck him up.
I will not turn the engine off.
I will spare you if you spare Moya.
Stop. I beg you.
How does it feel for your prayers to go unanswered, Cain?
Fatality.
But I mean, overall, I gotta say this 3-part episode of the Look at the Princess is honestly a great story arc. You know, for Farscape. I really honestly liked it. It's pretty good. So, honestly, Look at the Princess gets, all these 3 episodes, get 4 out of 4. Or 2 thumbs up. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. 2 thumbs up.